Please see the next question, sir. Again, a very good question which is based on aeroplanes. We have already solved a couple of questions. This is the third question which is based on aeroplane. Now see here, very good question. The angle of elevation of an aeroplane from a point on the ground is 60 degrees. That means there is a point on the ground. This point I will call it as point C, right? You can name any point whatever you like. The angle of elevation of an aeroplane. There is an aeroplane somewhere which is flying here. I will name that point as A. The angle of elevation of an aeroplane from the point on the ground is 60 degrees. That means I will draw a horizontal line. This particular angle of elevation, it is mentioned in the question as 60 degrees. This is your step number 1. After 15 seconds flight, that means this aeroplane is at point A right now. It kept on moving in this direction like this, and after 15 seconds, assume that it is at point D, right? This time taken from A to D, it is given in the question as 15 seconds. Time taken to travel from A to D is given in the question as 15 seconds. After 15 seconds of flight, the angle of elevation changes to 30 degrees. That means this particular angle, it is mentioned in the question as 30 degrees. I believe that the idea is very clear for you people. If I drop a perpendicular here, this is 90 degrees. Similarly, if I drop a perpendicular here, this is again 90 degrees with respect to the level ground. Now, what is the other thing which is given, sir? If the aeroplane is flying at a height of 1500 root 3 meters, that means the height of aeroplane, if I call this as B, if I call this as E, that means EB, sorry, not EB, sir, it is ED value or AB value. It is given in the question as the height is given as 1500 root 3, right? 1500 root 3. Find the speed of the aeroplane. I need to find the speed of that aeroplane. Now, at what speed that aeroplane is traveling is what I need to find in this question. Now see here, do not take tan 30, tan 60, all those things like the way you solve by using textbook method, by using method 1. Let us change the way we look at an aptitude problem. Now, if I take the bigger triangle I am referring to as triangle D EC. This is the triangle what I am referring to. In this particular triangle, this is 30 degrees. This angle is given as 30 degrees. Angle E is 90 degrees. So angle D should be how much? It should be 60 degrees. And we know the ratio of sides for 30, 60 and 90. Side which is opposite to 30 degree. If I assume it as 1 unit, that means entire DE value I will assume it as 1 unit. If I assume the side opposite to 30 degree as 1 unit, then the side opposite to 60 degrees, side opposite to 60 is nothing but EC. That will be root 3 units, right? That will be root 3 units. I believe that you are able to understand. EC is nothing but root 3 units. But according to my assumption, side opposite to 30, that is nothing but DE. According to my assumption, DE value is 1 unit. But according to the question, DE is given in the question as 1500 root 3 units. According to my assumption, it is 1. According to question, it is 1500 root 3. 1 should become 1500 root 3. 1 into which number is 1500 root 3? 1 into 1500 root 3 is 1500 root 3. That means this root 3 value also should be multiplied by 1500 root 3. Root 3 into root 3 is 3. 1500 into 3 is 4500. That means the entire value of E to C, the entire EC value, the length of EC is nothing but 4500 meter. I believe this part is very clear for you people. Now, this entire value is 4500 people. If I continue further, there is another smaller triangle. That smaller triangle is nothing but triangle ABC. In this, the angle is 60 degrees. If this is 60 and if this is 90, this should be remaining 30 degrees. Right? This should be remaining 30 degrees. But according to the 30, 60, 90, triangle theory. If the side opposite to 30 degree, if I assume it as 1 unit, the side opposite to 60 will become root 3 units. But we already know that AB value is not root 3 unit. AB value is already given in the question as 1500 root 3. Root 3 should become 1500 root 3. Multiply that root 3 by 1500. 1 also multiply by 1500. That means entire E to C, the value from E to C is 4500. The value from B to C is 1500. That means the value from E to B is remaining 3000. 4500 minus 1500 is 3000. That means EB distance is 3000. Time taken from A to D or from E to B or from B to E is 15 seconds. Speed is what they are asking. Speed is nothing but distance by time. Distance taken to travel from A to D, it is nothing but distance travelled is 3000 meters. Time is 15 seconds. 3000 by 15 is 200 meters per second. You do not need anything which is given in textbook like apply tan 30. Tan 30 is opposite by hypotenuse. Adjacent opposite is nothing but DE. Adjacent is EC and then substitute tan 30 value as 1 by root 3. I am already substituting 1 by root 3 in the diagram, sir. That is what I am trying to say. That 1 by root 3 is already substituted in diagram itself. That means the opposite of 30 is 1. Opposite of 60 is root 3. I already substituted, right? Why do you want to write all those unnecessary extra steps and waste your time in the examination? Kill that methodology, apply this methodology. I believe that the idea is very clear for you people. Question number 21. Question number 21. Listen to this carefully, sir. Listen to this 21st question. The shadow of a tower becomes 60 meters longer when the altitude of sun changes from 45 degrees to 30 degrees. That means there is a tower. This tower I will call it as tower is AB, right? AB is the tower. Diagram is not drawn to the scale. It is not a straight line. Please assume it as a straight line, sir. Now this is the tower AB. Now they are saying that the shadow of a tower becomes 60 meters longer. That means this is the shadow of a tower. Initially this is the shadow of a tower. This point I will call it as BD, right? At this point I will call it as D. Now the shadow of a tower becomes 60 meters longer. When it will become 60 meters longer? When the altitude of the sun changes from 45 degrees to 30 degrees. That means altitude of the sun, initially it is 45 degrees. Initially it was 45 degrees. That means it does not mean that sun is sitting on the top of the tower. It only means that sun is somewhere here. From this point, the rays of sun is passing through the top of the tower. That is the meaning of it. In fact, this was my second question, if I remember right, which I solved in heights and distances. Don't think that sun is on the top of the tower itself. The rays of the sun is passing through the top of the tower at an angle of elevation or a depression of 45 degrees. That is the meaning. Now, the sun angle of depression, it will change from 45 to 30 degrees. Because it is changing from 45 to 30 degrees, the shadow of the tower becomes 60 meters longer. That means earlier the shadow was only BD. Now the shadow will extend. It will extend to DC. And this DC value, this is extra 60 meters according to the question. And the angle of depression of the sun, it becomes now 30 degrees. This is the meaning of the question. I believe that you are able to understand the meaning of the question. Then find the height of the tower. This particular height AB is what I am interested in finding in this question. Now listen carefully, sir. Same logic like the way I solved my previous questions by using method 2, which is considered as the best method in solving heights and distances. I will apply the same method once again, sir. Now if I apply the same method, this if I take, there is a triangle called as triangle ABD. In this triangle, this is 45 degrees, this is 90 degrees. So this should be 45 degrees. We know the ratio, side ratios of triangle 45, 45, 90. It says that opposite side of 45, if it is assumed as 1 unit, opposite side of this 45 will also be 1 unit. Now that is for smaller triangle. Similarly, if I go for bigger triangle ABC, the angle is 30 degrees. If this is 30, this entire angle will become 60 degrees. That means opposite to 30 if I assume as 1 unit. But here also already 1 unit is given. So there is no harm in this particular question. There is no need of converting this into some other value. Opposite to 30 if it is 1. Already 1 is present there. So no headaches, sir. If opposite to 30 is 1, then opposite to 60, the side will be root 3. The side opposite to 60 is BC. This entire value will become root 3. Entire BC value is root 3. That means according to my assumption, BD value is 1. Entire BC value is root 3. That means DC value according to my assumption is root 3 minus 1. That means I can easily find out like this, saying as according to my assumption DC value is root 3 minus 1, but according to the question DC value is 60 meters. It is 60 meters. Similarly, according to my assumption, AB value is, AB is nothing but the height of the tower which we are finding. So AB value is according to the assumption, it is 1 unit. According to the question, they are asking you how many unit. Root 3 minus 1 should become 1. Root 3 minus 1 divided by which number is 1? Root 3 minus 1 divided by root 3 minus 1 is nothing but 1. 60 also divided by root 3 minus 1. So answer for your question is 60 divided by root 3 minus 1. But I do not like to keep the third in the denominator. Rationalize and simplify. You will get the answer. Denominator is a minus b into a plus b. It is 3 minus 1. Eventually it becomes 2. 60 into root 3 plus 1 divided by 2. Finally your answer will become 30 times of root 3 plus 1. I believe that it is very, very clear for you, sir. I hope this beautiful method of using ratios concept and this beautiful method of using proportional concept is very clear for you, rather than applying tan 30, tan 45, tan 60 and wasting your time in the examination. Now, this is the question what we have solved. You will understand the beauty even more about method 2 when you see the next question, sir. How simple it becomes when you see the next question. See this next question, sir. Next question, if you observe, a vertical post 15 meter high is broken at a certain height. That means there is a vertical post. I will call this vertical post as BC. This entire BC value is 15 meters high. Is broken at a certain height. This is broken at this point, for example. That broken part I will call it as AB. Right? Broken, or the point at which it broke, I will call it as AB. Next. The point I will call it as A. Okay, next. And its upper part is nothing but AC. Upper part not completely separated. It is not completely removed off. It is not completely separated. It meets the ground at an angle of 30 degree. This is the ground. I will name this ground as I will name this ground. Initially, let it be like that. That is the ground. Now, that upper part which is not completely separated from that vertical post, this will come off like that, and it will come like this, and it will meet the ground at an angle of 30 degrees. Right, at an angle of 30 degrees. The same AC, whatever I have written in the upper part, it will come like this, and it will meet the ground at an angle of 30 degree. Find the height at which the post is broken. Find the height at which the post is broken. That means AB value, this particular height at which the post is broken. This AB value is what we are interested in finding in this question. AB is what we need to find. Now think little logically, sir. Can I say that the vertical post is given as 15 meter high according to the question? What is the vertical post totally? Vertical post totally is nothing but vertical post totally is this AB is also a vertical post, and this AC is also a vertical post. The same AC is broken and it is coming like this to meet the ground right now. So AB plus AC totally is nothing but vertical post. Now think little logically, you will get the answer within seconds. Can I say that this is 30, this is 90, the remaining angle A should be 60 degrees, right? This should be 60 degrees. Now if I think like this, opposite to 30, opposite to 30 if it is 1 unit, then opposite to 60 will become root 3 units, opposite to 90 will become 2 units, because in a 30, 60, 90 triangle it is 1 is to root 3 is to 2, that is the side ratio. Opposite to 90 is 2 units. That means according to my assumption, the vertical post height is AB value is 1 unit and AC value is 2 units. That means according to my assumption, vertical post height, the height of vertical post according to my assumption is 1 unit plus 2 units. It is 3 units. According to my assumption, it is 3 units. According to the question, it is 15 units. 3 should become 15. Multiply by 5. Similarly, question is find the height at which the post is broken. The height at which the post is broken is AB. According to my assumption, AB value is 1. They are asking you how much according to the question. That also multiply by 5. Answer is 5 feet. Where is the question of using tan 30 or sin 30 or cos 30 or whatever it is? It really does not matter, sir. It really is not needed for you to solve that by using that kind of methodology. Easily by using this kind of 30, 60, 90 triangle, 45, 45, 90 triangle, you can easily solve questions in the most beautiful way. I hope the idea is very, very clear for you people.